everyone, it's Sal Warner. How you doing? I hope you're doing well, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. We're back again. It's Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday morning. It's the middle of the week. Wednesday's a great day. It's the day we won the Champions League in 1999. Wednesday's a fantastic day. We love Wednesdays. One of those good luck days for Manchester United. We've had some great results on a Wednesday, of course, guys. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to Breaking Dawn. Please, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe and smash a like on the video. It would really help the video progress, etc., guys, etc. So, look, listen, it's been a tough week so far, hasn't it? We've had a lot of people on our case. We've had a lot of fans, rival fans, giving it to us, bantering us, and rightly so. They're going to banter us, ain't they? I've had Manchester City fans on my timeline trying to justify how Manchester City deserve their success. For goodness sake, what else can you say about that? Deserve their success? They wouldn't have any success if it weren't for teams like Manchester United putting the Premier League on the map, of course, guys. Absolutely, guys. So let me just get through some of these comments early on. Kenny, good morning, my friend. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Big up, Sal. It's better to stay away from the internet to heal yourself from that crap performance against Liverpool. We got to do it, my bro. We got to keep going. We got to keep grinding. We got to win or lose, win or lose. Kazi, Maya, good morning. Good morning, Kazi. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. Now, let's get straight into it. Now, first of all, I'm going to start with the Thomas Tuchel talk. The Thomas Tuchel talk has resurfaced again. Of course, before Erik ten Hag was given his new contract, there was a lot of talk about Thomas Tuchel. And at one point, it looked like Thomas Tuchel was going to be that guy to replace Erik ten Hag. What are my thoughts on this? Well, my thoughts on this, I don't really rate the guy. I don't rate Thomas Tuchel. I think he's very plain. I think he's a very boring manager. I also feel like he was very lucky during that COVID Champions League. And he's been sacked at various clubs. He's one of the first managers in the last 20 years. What is he? The first manager in the last 10, 15 years to not win the league with Bayern Munich. For goodness sake, how can you not win the league with Bayern Munich? My grand could win the league with Bayern Munich, guys. I bet you if we put Erik ten Hag in that team, he would win the league with Bayern Munich. Tuchel can't even win the league with Bayern Munich, and we're going after another Bayern reject and another Chelsea reject, most of all, of course. No, I'm not saying he's an absolute rubbish manager, but at the end of the day, he's not going to get us to the promised land. He's not going to get us to where we want to go. Come on, guys. Come on, this is just taking like a backward step, in my opinion. We'll be taking a backward step if we did employ Thomas Tuchel. I would be devastated. Would I support it? I would have to support it. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of these rumours resurfacing. It's almost like the media have had this in their draft for months and months, waiting to get it out, blow the dust on the story and just release it. That's what they've done. It seems like they're doing that kind of thing, do you know what I mean? Just to add salt into the wound. Let's not forget, we are only 3 games into the season, guys. 3 measly games into the season. Anything can change. 3 wins in a row, then everything changes, doesn't it? You've got to give it a chance. You've got to give it some more time, guys. You can't be just sacking managers after 3 games. And you can't be bringing out rumours about Thomas Tuchel. That guy's been sitting there on the beach for the last few months. What are we talking about? He's a Chelsea reject. Tired of Chelsea reject, to be quite frank with you. In regards to Bayern Munich, failing at Bayern Munich as well. Come on, guys. Listen, if we're going to replace Erik ten Hag, we have to replace him with someone, for me, a little bit more competent, in my opinion. And this is what I would go for. Ciao, good morning, my friend. How you doing? We already signed 2 Bayern reject, De Ligt and Mazraoui. Well, they're great players, mate. We'll have to wait and see. They are great players. Bayern needed to raise funds, mate. Bayern needs to raise funds to sell these players. And Bayern, let's not talk about Bayern because they had Eric Dyer in their team, for crying out loud. Can't even get the England team. So at the end of the day, look, De Ligt, there was a petition for De Ligt to stay at Bayern as well. Even Lothar Matthäus, I don't know, Charles, you're too young to remember Lothar Matthäus, but Lothar Matthäus is a legend of Bayern Munich. He said that selling De Ligt was a mistake and they shouldn't have done that. And to be honest, we're not going to be talking about De Ligt. We're not going to be talking about, because he actually did a right at the weekend at the end of the day. He's better than Maguire, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So let's not bring in that. But Thomas Tuchel, as a manager, is not what we should be going after. It's not what I would go for. If we're going to replace Thomas Tuchel, we have to replace them with elite managers. Elite managers. I don't believe that Tuchel is an elite manager, in my opinion. So if we were going to replace him, who would be your choice? Because I hear a lot of Ten Hag outers talking about, oh, you know, we need to sack the manager. We need to sack the manager. Then tell me who your option would be. Who would your option would be? We don't need a famous manager who was on. Absolutely, we don't need a famous manager. We don't. Absolutely, Almac. You know what? We need a competent manager. We need a manager who ticks the boxes and stuff in regards to can get this team playing, can play, and can win football matches. At the end of the day, I don't want to talk too much about that because we got Erik ten Hag as our manager. We're only 3 games into the season, guys. I know there are ten Hag outers who've been waiting for us to lose one game, for goodness sake, to bring out the swords and start saying, no, Ten Hag, no, Ten Hag, no, Ten Hag. You know what I mean? When the team isn't even in the bloody house yet, isn't even in the building yet, and we're talking about sacking the manager. You know, these Ten Hag outers, you know, they need to just calm down a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Give it a chance. All right, give it a chance. Let it progress a little bit. Ciao. Yes, exactly. The Girona manager, Michel, and Sporting Lisbon manager, Amorim, of course, are great managers, are good choices. Amorim has a release clause, of course, a big release clause, which is why he still manages at Sporting Lisbon. So he's got a big fee that we have to pay if we wanted to get Amorim. I'm a big fan of the Girona manager. Done very well, of course, at La Liga last season with Girona with limited funds. So he's a good manager as well to look at. But at the moment, Ten Hag is the manager. We support the manager. We support the manager right now at this particular time. We don't start talking about replacing the manager. Now, look, I'm on Twitter quite a lot. I go on Twitter a lot, and basically, I'm seeing things on Twitter about Ten Hag and how he's cost some people their jobs. Now, I don't know if you know about this, but a few people on another fan channel were fired or sacked from the fan channel for making their opinion about Erik ten Hag. Now, whilst they're making their opinion about Erik ten Hag, they were abusing Erik ten Hag in regards to swearing and insulting. Now, there's such a thing as constructive criticism. There's criticism in regards to an educational point of view of knowledge and facts. Do you know what I mean? And there's point of views of insults about your appearance and looks, you know, and swearing and stuff like that. And there was one in particular guy who got fired from, you know, the channel, you know, and, you know, now they're blaming the Ten Hag inners. If there is such a thing about Ten Hag inners, they're blaming the Ten Hag inners for their sacking. Now, I don't know where they're going with this. I'm not too sure where they're going with this, but it sounds really ridiculous to me. It sounds crazy to me in regards to that. How can the Ten Hag inners be responsible for someone who's lost their job for mouthing off on the channel? That's not our fault. That's not my fault. I'm a Manchester United supporter. I support the club. I don't support Ten Hag. I don't support any individual. I want them to do well. That's it, for the football club at the end of the day. But there's a certain minority who are saying that, oh, you Ten Hag inners, you're the reason why I lost my job. You're the reason why. Look, maybe you should come out with a more, you know, sound argument in regards to Ten Hag. Maybe you should come out with a more educational argument in regards to a more diplomatic, a more, you know, fair argument in regards to Ten Hag, rather than just calling him names, bald fraud, peanut head, and all them sort of things that I've been hearing at the end of the day. And these guys, you know, they're blaming everyone for their own faults. Mate, look at yourself. Look at yourself and look why you lost your job at a certain fan channel. Don't blame Ten Hag, don't blame the inners, don't blame anyone. Blame yourself, because it's not my fault you lack the capacity in your brain to make a proper football opinion in regards to that. Now, blaming people for your downfall is not the way to go, my friend. Making people feel sorry for you is not the way to go, my friend. You don't start doing that, mate. At the end of the day, look, I'm not a Ten Hag inner. I'm just Manchester United. I am straight down the line, Manchester United. I don't want to know about any individual. All I care about is the results on the pitch. The results on the pitch. That's all I care about at the end of the day. I'm not interested in, you know, this entering Hag. I'm a Ten Hag, you know, being overzealous with Ten Hag, being over loving Ten Hag and stuff like that. This is about football at the end of the day. Letters being sent and all that because I retweeted and shared a letter. Letters are being sent at the end of the day. For goodness sake, mate. Look, at the end of the day, Ten Hag loses his job. He's going to lose his job. That is the way football runs. Football is a cutthroat industry at the end of the day. So look, if Ten Hag goes, we go and we move on and we get another manager and we move on. And that's the way football is. And that's how the way football should be at the end of the day. Start making sob stories. Stop making crybaby stories about how you got fired from a certain channel because the Ten Hag inners asked you to get sacked. I don't think it's because of us or any of the Ten Hag inners. I don't think it's because of me. I don't think it's because of you. I don't think it's because of anyone. I think it's because of you. You. Now, that is very disrespectful to that fan channel for taking influence from the other fans in the community. At the end of the day, they fired that guy because at the end of the day, you cannot come up with a constructive argument about Ten Hag. You use emotion, you swear, and things like that. And when that happens, you go off the line of respect, not only for yourself, but also for the club and also for the fans. Carsey, good morning, my friend. How you doing? Drinking a coffee? Oh, yeah, I just said good morning to you, my friend. I've just had my coffee. Here we go. Here's my coffee. Is it? Whee! There we go. There's my coffee. Hope you're doing well, guys. Absolutely. Uchichi, good morning. How you doing, my friend? Good morning, Uchichi. Gloria. Glorious days. Glorious days. Hope you're doing well. Here we go, Chow, with the I am 10 hard out. He's been 3 games, 1-0, and that's facts. If he doesn't change the facts, that's slowly losing fans. Chow, do you know what? Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. This is how we critique. This is how we would critique. Exactly how Chow just said it. Exactly how that is. You bring up facts, and that's what I like. You don't bring up insults. And that's when it gets different, doesn't it? Insults is a completely different kind of kettle of fish. But to blame Ten Hag supporters for being sacked, what they're going to blame in next? I said it on my Twitter. Global warming. They're going to blame the Ten Hag inners for global warming next. What they're going to do next? They're crazy. Absolutely. I firmly believe there's a little bit of a mental illness going on there. What do you think, guys? Madness, isn't it? Craig the Unicorn, how you doing, my friend? Long time no see. Eric Ten Hag's lost 0-3 12 times and 5 wins in the last 17 matches. And that's it. Eric Ten Hag is... No, at the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see. This is a new structure. It's only 3 games into that structure. We'll have to wait and see. At the end of the day, look, after the international break, my friend Craig, if he loses to Southampton, that's it for me. That's it. At the end of the day, he loses to Southampton, he's lost it. Look, he's got Southampton, we've got Crystal Palace, Aston Villa and Spurs. Those are the 4 games that we've got. So we have to look at that and at the end of the day and think, you know what, if he loses those games, then he's lost me as well at the end of the day. We need to obviously progress. This is the 3rd season, absolutely, and that is spot on, right? And we can't keep losing football matches. At the end of the day, you are measured on results on the pitch. If you're not getting the results on the pitch, then what can you do, guys? You know, you have to remove the manager. And the manager always falls, doesn't he? He always falls on the face. It isn't the players, of course. Mr. Sauer, talking too much today. What's happening? Big up, Uchichi. Don't tell me I'm talking. That's what I do. That's what I do, Uchichi. I talk. And at the end of the day, that's what I do. You know what I mean? You have to talk. Uchichi, who got Mr. Sal angry? Am I angry? I'm not angry. I'm spitting facts. Facts, guys. Absolutely. Hi, Brian. How you doing, my friend? Good up. Big up yourself, Brian. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome back. It's good to have you back, mate. It's good to have you back. Craig Younga, Faz has him all pissed off. Faz has him put. Oh, Faz. No, I don't speak to the guy, mate. I don't speak to the guy. And I wasn't talking about it in particular. I was talking about a tweet which was written in general in regards to that, to someone else. I wasn't talking about myself. I don't know the guy, thank God. I don't know the guy, do you know what I mean? I know, I mean, my friends are actually, you know, people of actual respect, do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, no, I don't speak to that guy. Craig, although, big up yourself, hope you're doing well. Carsey, Eric Ten Hag in all the way though. Look, you see all the way through. Big up the people who support Ten Hag as well. Do you know what I mean? It is basically loads of nuts and bolts in regards to this whole situation. It's crazy, isn't it? This whole situation having in and out and this. You know, at the end of the day, this is all about Manchester United. That's all we care about, guys. We care about the football club. And if it is just about the football club, that's all I care about. Because all I care about is results on the pitch. I don't care about what Ten Hag gets sacked. I don't. I really don't. If he's not getting the results on the pitch, it doesn't hurt. If he gets fired, it has no bones on me. He's not my uncle. You know what I mean? I don't care. At the end of the day, we just have to move on. No, I don't like people getting sacked, including people from fan camps. I don't like them getting sacked. I don't like anyone losing their jobs. It's not a nice thing at the end of the day. But to be crying about it after a year, come on, guys. Come on. Move on, guys. Get a job in Tesco or Sainsbury's or something. Do something, mate. Come on. Right, come on, or any other shop, of course. There are other outlets out there which you can work for as well, just to keep it clear. Guys, Brian, it's 2 years, just starting his 3rd year. Yeah, he's just started his 3rd year, and this is an educational point from Brian. You know what? It's calm. You have to be calm. You have to be look at it from the outset, and you have to look at it from a place of experience, and you have to look at it from a place of you know, for the club. At the end of the day, it's 3 games in, right? Yes, we beat Fulham. All right, we lost to Brighton, unluckily, of course. Lots of players are making their debut against Liverpool. It is Liverpool, of course. There are more gelled unit, and people say, oh, Arne Slot's only been there for 5 minutes. No. Listen to this, right? Jurgen Klopp prepared that squad for Arne Slot to just take over, to slot in, so to speak. He prepared that squad for him. He prepared it. It's already done. He just needed to put the players on the pitch, and there you go. It's done. At the moment, when Ten Hag took over Man United, we were in disarray. We had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager. We were a mess. We had the Glazers. We had this. We had that. We had no structure of football, etc. Do you know what I mean? So these things have to be brought into context as well. Do you know what I mean? It's all about context. Good morning, United Canadians. Oh, good morning, my friend. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Big up, United Canadians. Uchichi, who's Faz? We're going to break your lungs. We're getting Mr. Sal angry. No, he's not angered me. I don't know him, Uchichi. I don't know. I've never met the guy. Absolutely not. I'm just keeping the energy, guys. I'm keeping the energy. If we lose against Southampton, our fans will go nuts. In regards to fans, I know a lot of people from United Stand. I've met Flex. I've met Rance. I've met Mark Goldbridge. I've met all those guys. I haven't met him, thankfully. If we lose against Southampton, our fans will go nuts, absolutely, Canadians. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, bro. I'll be honest with you. There is no excuse to losing to Southampton, in my opinion. In my humblest of opinions, there's no excuse to losing to Southampton. Absolutely not. You know, we beat them 9-0, didn't we? A couple of years ago, didn't we? Do you remember that? Why are you apologising, Craig? Who are you apologising to? Not me. This is about opinion at the end of the day. We all have opinions. We all have our points of view. At the end of the day, we're all on the same boat to the same destination, and that's the way I say it. At the end of the day, we're on the same boat to success. That's what we want. Ultimately, this is what we want. This is what we all want. I don't care who's the manager. I do not care who's the manager. I don't care if Tony Blair's the manager of Man United. As long as we win the title and we challenge for league titles where we should be. At the end of that, and that's where I feel like we should be. United Canada, we launched our podcast, and now we look forward to more. We want Ten Hag to succeed. We do. We all want Ten Hag to succeed. Best of luck with your podcast, my friend. Best of luck. Don't worry. Don't forget. We are here at the end of the day, and we're here to help. Ten Hag needs to change the shape and have the team to be compact. Absolutely, mate. He has to change his formation because at the moment we're getting a little bit exposed in some quarters. Of course, some games. Uchichi, we love you, Mr. Sal. You're the greatest MP3 regarding United issues via YouTube. Please, Pete, smash the like button and keep enjoying your man, Mr. Sal. Big up, Uchichi. I love you too. We love you too. Thank you so much for joining me. You're absolute legends. Legends, guys. Absolutely, you see. You see what I mean? You can't be nice when you want to, Uchichi. It's very good, isn't it? It makes you feel good, doesn't it? Uchichi, it makes you feel good, doesn't it? Big up, Bashar. How you doing, my friend? Good morning, Sal. I trust that Omar Barada to decide to keep Ten Hag or not. He has experience setting up the City group in the winning. And this is exactly what it is, Bashar. Bashar, bro. Look, at the end of the day, Omar Barada and Ashford and that, they know what they're doing. So, you know, we trust this ownership. We trust this structure to do the right decisions. So in the past, we've had the Glazers to look up to, haven't we? We've only had the Glazers. And they have zero football knowledge. Obviously, Woodward and Murtaugh as well. They have zero football knowledge. So now it's a little bit better because, you know, we feel more at ease with the way the club is being structured. This is early stages in this structure, and that's what we also have to remember. It is early stages in this whole Ineos kind of 27% ownership. At the end of the day. So we have to give it a little bit of time as well, guys. We have to give this whole thing a little bit of time. Now, look, if we come up after the international break and we lose 4 games, if we lose to Southampton, it's going to be a bit of a mad one, isn't it? You know, the fans are going to jump on, the Ten Hag out is going to jump on. Do you know what I would like and what I would firmly love, you know, is for Ten Hag outers, Ten Hag inners to come together in a collective and talk about the issues and resolve these issues at the end of the day. At the end of the day, because it's about the football club. Unfortunately, we have certain quarters in the fan base who are just more interested about ego, about opinion, about being right. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And that is what's disappointing for me, of course, you know. Kazimir, if the previous regime were running the football club like Ineos are doing the right things now, wouldn't be in this predicament. Absolutely. If they were in charge when Sir Alex Ferguson left the club, we'd be in a lot more better position than we are now. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, when Sir Alex Ferguson left the football club, it was a mess. We all know the mess that was brought David Moyes came in. David Moyes, they didn't like David Moyes. He removed all the backroom staff, of course, Phelan and stuff like that. You know, it was a mess at the end of the day, and it's something I was not used to. I was not used to this structure, you know, and I thought, oh my God, what is this, you know, and it's resonated throughout the last 10 years, of course. So at the end of the day, look, you know, this structure is new. We have to give it time to develop, and it will bring success. It will bring success, and Man United will be successful, guys. By hook or by crook, Man United will be successful, whether it is with Ten Hag, whether it is with another manager, we will, of course. Big up, Grayo, you legend. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is doing absolutely fine and dandy this morning. It's good to see Grayo back in the chat. Morning, Sal, and everyone else. Just a quick visit. That's going to work in an hour. Come on, guys. Please smash a like. Thank you so much, Grayo. Yeah, please smash a like. Please subscribe to the channel, you legends. Thank you so much. And anyone who else who does content in the chat, smash a like and subscribe to their channels, guys. Don't forget to do that, guys. Keep the energy, Grayo. You're absolute legend. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't work too hard. How's your hip? Hope it's doing well, mate. I hope you're doing well, my bro. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. We are currently sitting on the 14th place. No more waste time. No, absolutely not, Chow. There is no more room for error, Chow. At the end of the day, look, we want Man United to be successful. It's really frustrating that we're not. And after the international break, if we lose 4 out of 4, you're going to have to look at it in a way that, you know, we have to make a decision. We cannot lose to Southampton. Southampton can't score. Southampton can't defend. There's no excuse against Southampton. We should be able to put a second string team together and beat Southampton. That's how it should be at the end of the day. How much are the Southampton football team worth? Are they worth anything? Do you know what I mean? So, you know, we should be able to win that game. Good morning, mate. You need to retire and take it easy. Now, Grayo is the man. He needs to take it easy. He does. I've been telling him for months that he needs to take it easy. Brian, morning, mate. I can't afford to retire, unfortunately, but we can only work a few days a week until my hip recovers. Of course, exactly. You need to take it easy, Grayo. I hope you do. I hope you come in. I hope you have a great day. At the end of the day, look, you know, life in the UK is difficult. Trust me, I was raised there for 40 years. I was born there. I know how difficult life is. You know, people working until 60, 70 years old. Do you know what I mean? And then when it comes to the pension, they're too bloody, they're hurting and they're in pain from all that work that they've done their whole life. And then they, you know, they can't enjoy the pensions and stuff. I know it. I know friends. Now, Uchichi, I actually took time to think about the whole Ten Hag and Man United saga, and it finds reason to give the man time. No hate words, cuss, because he's a human and anyone can be in his position someday. Absolutely, Gloria, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. You know what? It's about compassion. It's about empathy. At the end of the day, the insults don't help anyone. Do you know what? Imagine Ten Hag's family look at the Twitter. Imagine someone, his loved ones look at the Twitter, and they see some of the Man United fans calling him derogatory names like Bud Fraud, like Peanut Head, like things like that. It doesn't help the cause, does it? It doesn't help the football club at the end of the day. But to blame Ten Hag supporters for certain men losing their jobs, it's sad at the end of the day. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. How more pathetic can you get? Stop crying. Find a job. Do you know what I mean? That's it. At the end of the day, find something different. Hope you get better soon. Me too. Absolutely, Grayo. You need to take it easy, my friend. He's a legend. Of course, Ten Hag out Mount Casemiro 2 hands, lost a lot of money. It's too early to say, fan, listen to a guy, right? Listen to me. I supported United nearly 40 years, my guys. Yeah? When people wanted Sir Alex out of the club. Okay? So, look, at the end of the day, it's 3 games. Let's wait. None of this Ten Hag out thing. It is narrow-minded. You have to wait until after that international break for the out games against Crystal Palace, against Southampton, against Aston Villa, against Spurs. And if he does badly in those games, then we can start saying, yeah, you know what, we need to move it on. But at the moment, it's too early to say. It's too early to say, guys, at the moment. You cannot just be knee-jerk reaction. Ineos back Ten Hag. This is a completely new structure, completely new. Let it develop a little bit. Let it get it into action. And then if it doesn't work for Ten Hag, he will be gone. We know that. But I hope it works out for him. I really do. Grayo, thanks, my friend. Much appreciated. Big up, Grayo. Legend, of course. Legend. Ichichi, Man United will come good. The mentality of the players will change soon. Much believe going to perform again. Yeah. Do you know what? Manchester United, when Ten Hag came into Manchester United was a toxic mess. They are still a toxic mess. There are still players in that club who are toxic. There's still players in that club who underperform. We've just got rid of Sancho. Look at Sancho, for example. We had a player like Sancho at the club who couldn't even put a picture of Man United on his Twitter page. For goodness sake, do you know what I mean? We had a player like that, a mercenary, a spoilt brat at our club. This is the type of mentality that we have at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? So this whole mentality, this whole structure, this whole culture of the club needs to change, and that can take time at the end of the day. That can take time. If you're ever in doubt, Glazers, out simple. By the way, I do care. The manager is not, I'm not having Southgate, bro. Absolutely no way we're having Southgate. Southgate would get us relegated at this point. If anyone had to deal with what Ten Hag had to deal last season with, you know what? They wouldn't have folded. Southgate, you think he would have dealt with the problems last season? Look, Southgate's a great manager. At the end of the day, he's good at putting his arm around someone and saying, "Oh, you got this." You know, at the end of the day, but wins nothing. At the end of the day, Ten Hag's won more than him in one season than his whole career. At the end of the day, absolutely, guys, absolutely. John O'Connor, how you doing, my friend? Tuchel, no way, Tuchel. Absolutely, you speak my mind. I don't want Tuchel. If it's gonna be anyone, don't let it be Tuchel, guys. The majority of the people criticise it just because we still do not have a proper style of play after pre-season. Are we playing press and counter-attack? Still can't figure it out. At the end of the day, look, what I believe in, as Nick, I believe in the style of play for me is winning style of play. If we're not winning, then there's no style of play. If we're winning, there's a style of play at the end of the day. No one spoke about Erik ten Hag's style of play in his first season, did they? They started speaking about it in his second season, when things started to go wrong, when etc. Now, look, if he starts winning football matches, that's all I care about. I only care about him winning football matches. If we play boring football, then so be it, as long as we're winning football matches at the end of the day. People forget, when Sir Alex Ferguson was coming to the end of his time at Manchester United, we were playing rubbish football, but we were winning football matches. And that's all that matters. We won the league comfortably, didn't we? And that is what it's all about, is winning football matches, guys. Absolutely. Big up Asnick for the comment, by the way. Fan, Antonio, Onana, Mount, Casemiro out flop. Yeah, Man United, yeah, mate, we know how you feel, fan. We know how you feel. Some of those players are just not quite got it. Lies around me. We've got to be patient. It will come good, or take it easy. Sorry, Alex, 5 years before we became winning the machine. 10, I will get it right this season. Absolutely, lies around me. We have to be patient. We can't. Look, it's almost like these Tuchel rumours have been in the drafts for months, and the media have just got out their drafts, blown the dust on that story and pull it out there to the media about Tuchel. Of course they're going to do that because they didn't want Erik ten Hag in the first place. Give it time. We have to give it time. There is still a lot of football to be played. 35 games of the season to go. We've still got the Europa League. We've still got the FA Cup, League Cup. We still need to believe, and we still have to be patient, guys. Absolutely. I urge you to be patient. I urge you. Big up Sal and everyone. Big up Randy. Big up. It's good to have you here. Again, it's good to have you here. Ten Hag will turn it around. He always does. He will. Don't worry about that. He will. You know, and people just want him out at the end of the day. Big up, Sal, the legend. You are the legend, Noah. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining. Big up. Ten Hag is a serial winner, that's for sure. Look, at the end of the day, look, things will change. There's a new structure at this football club, and we have to give it time. We have to give it time. It's new. At the end of things take time at the end of the day. It's new. It's only the third game of the season. I stress, it's only the third game of the season at the end of the day. You know, but we got loads of different stories going on about Man United and crybabies and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Within the fan base about losing their jobs and stuff. Come on, guys. Get a grip, guys. Even the Ten Hag outers, get a grip. Come on, man. Come on. Tuchel, don't come to Manchester United. Don't want Tuchel. Absolutely not. I don't want any more rejects. Thank you very much. United is under massive rehabilitation, and it doesn't take a minute. Sometimes it takes years to bounce back. Ten Hag trusted in United and came to United even while some coaches rejected the job. Absolutely. And you know what? Before Ten Hag came to the Manchester United, he was highly rated, right? He was one of the best coaches in Europe, apparently. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, Man United, it hasn't worked out for a lot of good managers. I mean, Jose Mourinho, it didn't work out for him, did it? It didn't work out for Rangnick. It didn't work out for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It didn't work out for David Moyes. You know what? It didn't work out for Louis van Gaal. So at the end of the day, look, it's not just him. Who's it going to work out for at the end of the day? These are all competent managers at the end of the day. Some may argue that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer isn't a competent manager, but, you know, the others are most definitely. Hayden, we do have a style of play. It's just that the sample size is small. But if you look at the Fulham game in the isolation, mate, you know what? Those who are a bit more ball savvy and a bit more look at the game and analyse the game, they know we have a style of play. There are signs of it. There are signs of it. The thing is, we're not implementing that style of play properly. And that's what it is. And for that, players need to leave, players need to come in and let that team gel. Let that team get together, let that team play with each other for a while, and then we'll see after that what happens with style of play, of course. But that's the buzzword, isn't it, guys? That's the buzzword, style of play. He hasn't got a style of play. Analyse the game, analyse the game. 2 trophies in 2 years. There's signs of a style of play, guys. Noah Diodros, do you think Ruud van Nistelrooy will be the next manager of Inter? I think he'll be an interim manager, Noah. I think if Erik ten Hag does lose his job, Ruud van Nistelrooy will go in as an interim manager. I doubt that if Erik ten Hag did lose his job, they will bring in another manager, like from outside. I don't believe they'll do that because it's unfair on the new manager. I believe they'll have Ruud van Nistelrooy in for the rest of the season, and then they'll bring in a new manager probably in the summer, like that. But let's hope it's successful for Erik ten Hag, of course. Ichichi, Casemiro behaviour is totally unprofessional for me. Why you leave the stadium before the end of the match? He's lost my respect. He did the bad, and he gets to take a stroke from it because that's for life for you. At the end of the day, I've been very disappointed myself about Casemiro in regards to his comments about Ten Hag and his tactics. At the end of the day, I don't like this airing dirty laundry in the media, in the public. I don't like doing this type of thing. I don't like when players do this, to go to Twitter, go to the media behind the manager's back. Just talk to the manager face to face. Why do that? Leaving the ground before the game is disrespectful. Of course, you've got a young player called Collier who's just gone onto the pitch. Why not support that player? Why not support that young player, Collier? Support him, nurture him, rather than walking off and walking back home to your £1 million mansion, wherever you're going to. Malagisa, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. Hope everything is cool with you. 3 seasons and you were telling us to be patient. It will take the same song at the end of the season. A person who repeats the same cannot be trusted. At the end of the day, mate, it's 3 games, mate. It's 3 games. The last time I checked, the league didn't end in August. The last time I checked. So we have to wait and see. Teams lose games. Even Man City lose games. You know, you're going to lose games. But at the end of the day, you have to be patient, Melissa Giza. Listen, I call you Giza. Giza's a big name, obviously. But at the end of the day, my friend, just be patient. After the international break, we have a number of games there. There's a few games there, right, that are very tricky. They're quite difficult. If we go and lose those games, then we can say, well, yeah, he's not the guy. But at the moment, give the guy a chance, for goodness sake. Give the guy a chance. Look, they believed in Ten Hag. We have to give him at least, I say, look, up until Christmas. I would say that. At the end of the day, that is the fair thing to do because he won 2 trophies for Man United. Who has won 2 trophies for Man United, apart from Jose Mourinho? How many trophies has Arteta won? Tell me. You know, it's not just about that. Football's about trophies. When I retire, I want to show you my trophies. You know, that's why, I had a title challenge once. You know, and that's what I would say about that. Brian, I feel sorry for the entire Ronaldo, Greenwood, Anthony and Sancho problems. All did would at the club and take over a majority of injuries last season to do with, so give him a chance. Absolutely, Brian. Do you know what? Some people, they lack the capacity to analyse the situation, to look at things from all different perspectives, look at things objectively, subjectively, whatever you want to say. Look at things from the outside. Look at things from a bird's eye view. Look at it. Look at it. Don't just look tunnel vision. Look at what happened last season. Most managers would have folded if they had to deal with the problems that Ten Hag had to deal. And it wasn't all his fault. He inherited a lot of those problems. He inherited Sancho. He inherited Greenwood. Do you know what I'm saying? And these are things. He inherited Rashford. You know, and all those injuries, 60-odd injuries. You know what? It hasn't even started well this season with injuries as well. It's not been great, has it? Irfan, no way Man United will come good to still play Rashford and Mount and Casemiro and Mania. Look, this is one thing, Irfan, that I would say that I'll go against Ten Hag, is his selection policy. The favouritism needs to stop. He needs to play players based on form. He needs to play his best team. Rashford hasn't performed in 18 months. Absolutely not. He hasn't performed in 18 months. So what you suppose, so why does he keep playing him? In regards to Maguire, my friend, Maguire, if you're not talking about Maguire, you're talking about Mason Mount. Now, Mason Mount, look, I wasn't a fan of Mason Mount, but if it works for his tactics, then we play Mason Mount at the end of the day. Mason Mount is injured now. So at the end of the day, he's not going to be playing football. He didn't play against Liverpool, did he? But in regards to Casemiro, you cannot say too much about Casemiro. Casemiro's won 5 Champions League, guys, right? Yes. But at the end of the day, he's come into a mess out of a club at the end of the day. A midfield that is still building at the end of the day. So look, let's think of things a little bit more subjectively and objectively, guys. Absolutely. Winning and losing is part of the game, but why the football so dreadful? We don't even look like scoring goals. Absolutely, Mac, and that's a constructive argument. The problem with us, we're not creating enough chances and we haven't got a striker right now. Now, we need to play a football style that contributes to scoring goals. You know what I mean? We need to have a football style that contributes to scoring goals. This is what we need. At the moment, we don't look like scoring goals, which we're not going to win football matches if we don't score goals. So this needs to change. I did say in the summer that we needed an experienced striker. We needed an experienced striker in there. We didn't get that, of course, so we have to wait until Rasmus comes back. Of course, Rasmus is in training now, so hopefully Rasmus will be back when we get back against Southampton. We hope so, fingers crossed, because we do need that focal point. Now, if the style of football is not contributing to goals, and I blame that on a number of things. I do blame it on a number of things. I don't think we're creative enough. I don't think Bruno is creative enough right now. I don't think he's playing well. I think he needs a rest. I do think he needs a rest. I did say that we needed another attacking midfielder in there as well. I was a big fan of Olmo, of course, but he's obviously gone to Barcelona. I wanted Olmo through the club because I thought he would have been brilliant to rotate with Bruno. Irfan, more than 10 years. Yeah, more than 10 years, mate. Absolutely. It's been a long time. Chichi, Ten Hag has to start making the right decision at the right time. Absolutely. He's like this Kinder under pressure. He's kind of under pressure from somewhere. We need him to select the good players irrespective of their names and wages. Absolutely. And this is when the sinister side of me comes out. Because when I see Rashford and I see why is Rashford playing, is there something in his contract? He's not played for 18 months. What's going on there? I want to know what's going on with Rashford because why does he continually play? Why? Why don't he sit on the bench for once, like Ahmed, like Anthony, like Garnacho have done over the past? Do you know what I mean? Why don't he sit on the bench? It might do him good. Hayden, the only time Ten Hag's football doesn't work is when the other team runs more than us. The players need to be switched on. Yeah, absolutely. Hayden, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We have a lack of concentration in our team. That pass from Casemiro was criminal against Liverpool, and it sort of set us up. When we conceded the goal against Liverpool and it's disallowed, that is when the team should have woke up again. When Trent Alexander put that ball in the back of the net and we got a lifeline and it was disallowed, we should have woke up and said, that is danger. We got to start moving now, you know, but we didn't. We still had lack of concentration, still giving the ball away. And that's what's upsetting for me is the fact that we're giving the ball away, of course. We are traumatized for more than 10 years by abusive owners, but I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Me too, Randy, you have to see the light. I do. I'm trying to convince other people, but I know it's hard to look at. It's very, very far away at the moment. I know it's hard for people to look at the light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to believe and you have to keep the positive energy, guys. We are Man United. We thrive off adversity. We will be there at the end of the day. We will be there, guys. Absolutely. Eliza Ramin, before Ten Hag came to United, this media rated Ten Hag so highly compared to Pep, like mentally. The same media soon as became United manager, again, done 180 degrees saying not a good manager, the hypocrisy. Mate, we're not liked by the media, Eliza Ramin. You know, Man United have had to face the opposition, we've had to face the referees, we now have to face VAR, we now have to face the media as well. And that is what Ten Hag has had to put up with, guys. You know what I mean? Absolutely, absolutely. Randy, is there anything saying I don't want Tuchel out my club? No, he's not sacked. He's not sacked. He's not going to be sacked. He's not going to be sacked. So those hoping he's going to be sacked, he's not going to be sacked, guys. You know, he's anytime soon. So don't get that thought in your head. Ten Hag is not going to be sacked. Believe that. Gloria, no, a true United fan would tell you that it took Ferguson to become the ruthless United back to the top. Give Ten Hag a chance and back him with the players he wants. And so, exactly, Chichi. Look, I've been a United fan for 39 years, 38 years. I remember when they were calling for Alex Ferguson's head. I remember I was backing Ten Hag. I was backing, Sir Alex Ferguson. I was backing him at that time. I loved Man United. I learned about the history. I was just a child, but I still love Man United. And I liked Sir Alex Ferguson at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, look, you know, people don't remember this. This is why they don't remember this. And the problem is, people don't have the patience these days. You know, we're measured by results. We've got a powerhouse in Manchester City who win every game, of course. And this is a problem not only for us, for Arsenal as well, and other teams in the league, because they're cheating at the end of the day. And you know, and they're winning, and it's making things a lot more frustrating for us. Now, if the cheating Manchester City didn't exist, we would have won the league under Jose Mourinho. We would have won the league under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, because we came second at the end of the day if they didn't cheat. Now, look, at the end of the day, we live in a different world now. Life is different now. You know, people are different now. People don't have the same values now as they did back then. We have a different kind of values that we had back then, you know, and more, the history of the club was more fresh back then as well. What we had, I would urge people to study the history of the club because it's very, very important, guys. Hayden, if the season goes tits up, mainly watch under 18s and cooking right now. They slapped Liverpool 2-0 and City 2-0. We have the best under 18s. Maybe absolutely, Hayden Pro. If the league goes tits up, right, just play the youngsters, mate. Play the youngsters. Do what Sir Alex Ferguson did. Keep a few and bring in the youngsters. That's what I would do. Do what Sir Alex Ferguson did. Do that. Absolutely good point, Hayden. We have a conveyor belt of young players coming through that are really, really good. And we have to give them a chance, guys. We have to give these young players a chance. Trophy is great. How about league form? I think, yeah, absolutely, hey, Chow. We have to improve our league form. The bread and butter is the league, and you have to give it time. Challenging for the league, it does take patience. At the end of the day, it does. And we have been in a mess for the last 10 years, you know, and Ten Hag is trying to fix the mess of the last 10 years, of course. Randy, we are undergoing a cleansing. Absolutely, and cleansing takes time, guys. Sometimes you have to give a deep bleach cleansing. You have to get the proper, you have to get, you know, those machines. You know those electric machines that clean the floor? We got that, and it's taking a long time, I know. It's taking a long time to clean that floor. It's taking ages to clean that floor. Brian Chow, you're right. The Premier League is our bread and butter. Cups are a bonus. Cups are a bonus, but when you retire, I'd rather have cups than no cups. That's what I would only say about that, you know. But we do need to challenge for the league. Chichi, learn how to bench Fernandes, do the rotate. Absolutely, Chichi, this is exactly right. What you say, you always talk the truth with Chichi. This is what it's about. Learn how to put players on the bench. Learn how to rotate the squad better. Learn how to bench Rashford. That's what they should do at the end of the day. Learn how to bench Bruno. That's what he should do. Bring in other players. Give other players, hungry players a chance. Give them a chance. Give young players a chance as well. I think Rashford got some pictures. I think he has, you know that. That's a classic one, of course. Richard, high strength of post, you're intelligent, hard work, in-depth break, and I've got analysis, football knowledge, and not biased at all. Professional and handsome person. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Richard, likewise, my friend. Likewise, you absolute legend. Thank you for saying such a nice comment early in the morning. Love you, mate. Thank you so much. You know, it makes you feel good when people write nice things, doesn't it? You know, nice things. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is the first time Ten Hag has finished 8th position, and I know it's hurting all of us, mate. It's hurting all of us. All of us are hurting right now. And all we want is a successful Man United. That's all we want at the end of the day. And we hope that we can get there at the end of the day. We hope we can get there. But one thing I urge everyone to do, I urge you all just to wait. Wait, okay? Wait. Listen, I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes, right? I've seen posters of Sir Alex out, not good enough. I've seen it with my own eyes, guys. I was at the Crystal Palace versus Manchester United FA Cup final in 1990, right? And there were people writing Sir Alex out in the football stadium when I was a kid. You know, you got to just stay calm, analyze things, you know, properly. Look at things from a bird's eye view. I would urge people, look at that, look at everything. Now, it doesn't mean that Erik ten Hag is exempt from criticism. He's not, far from it. Like I said, his selection policy is wrong. He needs to drop players when they need to be dropped. But do I see a good manager in Ten Hag? Yes, I do. You don't win 2 trophies in 2 years if you're a bad manager. You don't. You don't school Pep Guardiola in an FA Cup final if you're a bad manager. But he has his weaknesses. He does. And every manager does. But at the end of the day, if he can correct those weaknesses, we will be good. I think he's a little bit too confident in the way we play. I think we're too attacking. We leave ourselves exposed too much. But maybe that's because Casemiro doesn't have the legs. Maybe if Ugarte comes in, he will have the legs. You know? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see, guys. Time is an education, as I say. Man United are going to win the Premier League, FA Cup, EFL and Europa League this season with Erik ten Hag. Man United fans bored and a club isn't toxic. Absolutely, mate. I love the positivity from Richard coming today. You know what I mean? Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for joining me. You know what? You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen in this world. You know what? We have to believe. At the end of the day, if we don't believe, who's going to believe, guys? Who's going to believe? Richard, Man United going to win more players in January 2025 and next summer 2025. What players would you explain the breakdown? Absolutely. Man United going to sign more players. Absolutely. I think that Man United could sign someone in January, but it depends what our situation is in regards to the squad. If we still got the squad as we have right now, I don't think Man United would do any signings in January. I believe that Ineos have saved enough money. They've got a kitty to spend in next summer. Now, Barada spoke yesterday about how this transfer window is not a one-off. He wants to make it a regular thing. So that is music to my ears at the end of the day, because before, under the Glazers, we would have one good summer and then we'll have a bad 2 summers, wouldn't they? And then the manager will get sacked. Now, what I'm hearing from Omar Barada and Ashford and all them guys is that they want to make this transfer window, this one right now, which our class is about a 7, 8 out of 10, they want to do it next season as well. So this is good news. At the end of the day, if we're going to build and build and build, there's only one way we are going, which is the path for success. We will get success, guys. You just have to believe in it. Do you think Ten Hag will rotate in Europe? Do you know what? Knowing Ten Hag, Kenny, my friend, I hope he does. I doubt he will. I hope he does, though, because at the end of the day, he does need to rotate his squad. And that's when I talk about weaknesses. Weaknesses in Ten Hag's game is rotation. He does not rotate his squad, and he doesn't rotate his squad fairly. That's the one thing I would say about it. The one thing. Richard, Erik ten Hag will be a better manager than Erik ten Hag will be a better man. No chance, mate. Erik ten Hag. Richard, please, nah, mate, nah, absolutely not. Alex Ferguson is a genius. Alex Ferguson can play a team of Fletcher, Brown, O'Shea, you know what I mean, and still win titles. You know, still win titles. Belly on and you know, and still win titles. Brian, I was at the game at the end, Sal, and the replay, Lee Martin goal to win the FA Cup. Absolutely, I was at the game. What, the Crystal Palace game? Big up. Mate, we probably walked past each other. I was only a kid back then, I was with my dad. But we probably walked past each other in that game. Brilliant game, went to a replay, of course. I went to the 3-3. Yes, mate. It was a brilliant. All those days, my friend. Hutchison, big up Richard. Big up Richard, big up. Nice to get a compliment early in the morning. You guys should practice that. Practice this, guys. Compliment before opinion. Compliment before opinion. It works wonders. Do you know that? When you compliment someone before you give an opinion, it works wonders, guys, doesn't it? It makes people happy. You know what I mean? So when you compliment someone initially, right, you can say what you like and I'll agree with it. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Ten Hag will drive hard to win not only for United, but he has the ego and reputation on the line. He's a winner. Everyone is against him. That's we should stand by him. Absolutely, Liza, I mean, and I love this. I love this. We have to stick by Ten Hag. We have to. 3 games. 3 games, guys. Come on. For goodness sake. Look, I know the Ten Hag outers wanted him out, and I know they're trying to brush every little piece of crumb off the table. As soon as he makes one mistake, they're jumping on him. It's ridiculous at the end of the day. It's ridiculous. Now, I heard, last night, they're blaming people for losing their job on a certain fan channel for Ten Hag supporters, right? They're blaming Ten Hag supporters for them losing the job. What is going on here? Mate, go into the job centre, get a job. Don't blame other people for your mishaps and your unfortunate things that go on. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying that as brotherly love. As brotherly love to you, Uncle Sal was telling you, don't moan about it, stop crying, it's only football. If you feel sad and you feel aggrieved about losing your job, find another job. And that's what you got to do. At the end of the day, you've got the Goldbridge reject channels that will employ you in no time, you know, so don't worry. You've got this, mate. I believe in you, mate. He had one, he had to one. Absolutely. At the end of the day, Mark, look, at the end of the day, let me just quickly talk about rotation, right? Sometimes you have to look at things from the outset. As I've been talking about, sometimes you have to look at things from above. What's he going to play instead of Maguire? Who's he going to play? You know? The manager just got profiles to give him a proper choices in the statement. Ten Hag don't rotate is fake. You cannot judge him when he has no real bench options. Absolutely. But the one thing we would say, Mark, is the Rashford issue. The Rashford issue is a problem at the moment. I don't think he should play Marcus Rashford. If we look at things from an objective point of view, I can't blame him for any other choices. Maybe Ahmad, maybe, you know. But at the end of the day, the manager makes the choices. The right wing, we're pretty stacked. So, you know, we have to rotate the squad a little bit. I don't agree with Rashford. And that's one thing I would say. I'll forget everything else. I don't agree with Rashford, Mark. And that's exactly what I would say about that. You know, he's not performed for a long time. Maybe a bench would do him the world of good. At the end of the day. Maybe the bench would do him a world of good. Maybe it's in his contract. Maybe it's in his contract. I don't know. There's a lots of sinister rumours going on about Marcus Rashford, but I can't blame Ten Hag. Who's he going to play up front, guys? Who's Ten Hag going to play up front? We can't score goals. We've got no strikers. Do you know what I mean? We've got Xerxes not fit, obviously. You know, Delict's just come in to get the team against that. Do you know what I mean? Bring in the youngsters. Exactly. Big up Mark, big up everyone, big up Mark, the legend house. Don't forget to subscribe to Mark's channel. Absolute love, bro. Absolute love. Ciao. I'm just wondering why so many Middle East immigrants in the UK. Is something related to the history? Probably. The UK have been everywhere, mate. I'm English, you know, so I mean, the UK colonised a lot of countries, but this is not a history lesson of humanities. This is a football lesson, mate, at the end of the day. At the end of the day, my England created Manchester United. Show the love. Show the love. Manchester United. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing to do with immigrant. My dad's an immigrant. You know what I mean? So I don't have nothing to do with all that business and stuff. Peace and love, guys. Peace and love. Listen to Bob Marley. Listen to Bob Marley. Listen to it. Guys, marking out. Big up. Agree. Absolutely. Morning all. Hey, Deep Fake. How you doing, my friend? Welcome back to the stream. You're early today. It's good to have you here. You're early. Love you and your channel, but have to disagree. I can't see us ever winning the league by being successful under the manager. He's had 3 years and not up to it, in my opinion. Love you too, Deepfake. That's your opinion. Maybe I can change your opinion. Maybe it will change at the end of the day. Maybe if we get to after the international break, after the Southampton, Aston Villa, Spurs, Crystal Palace games, maybe we'll have a better idea and we can make a better judgment. Let's be a little bit patient, guys. Let's be a little bit patient and let's see, you know, what happens at the end of the day. If it goes tits up after the international break, then yeah, you know what I mean. But goodness me, you know, ciao. At the end of the day. Rashford has been a problem for managers now. Is it really Ten Hag? Absolutely not. It's not Ten Hag, and this is the thing. Mark, I said today, I was having a debate with someone on Twitter, and they were blaming people like me and you for people getting sacked. You know, come on. They're blaming Ten Hag and Ten Hag supporters for everything these days, for goodness sake. God, like I said, they're blaming for global warming sooner. Collier Wash, big up, yes. Deep Fake, big up everyone in the chat. We're growing. I am in Africa, but my grandfather is British. Absolutely, wherever you are in the world, it's all love. It's all love at the end of the day. We are a new generation, guys. We are the class of 2024, as we say. Absolutely. Is this season for Deep Fake? Is this season for? We got look. We have at the end of the day. Look, we have to be patient. In my opinion, that's the way I pull it. You know, people know me. They know I'm patient. They know. You know, and at the end of the day, I'm not going to jump on the manager because I know what that's going to do. I know that if we got Tuchel in charge, right? I know that he's not going to do nothing for Manchester United. He's going to fall flat on his face, and we're going to waste another 3 years, guys. Tuchel is not that guy. He's not that guy. The guy can't win a league with Bayern Munich. How is he going to win the league with Manchester United? A disjointed Manchester United with Ten Hag players. What's he going to do? We're going to waste 3 years. And if Tuchel comes in and he doesn't win a trophy in his first season, he's fouled, doesn't he? And this is the whole thing I'm saying. I'm getting a lot of people saying, hold that. Ten Hag inners. Hold that. Hold what? If Ten Hag gets sacked, right, and we bring in another manager, and that manager fouls, you hold that. You fouled. At the end of the day, no one's won until someone is successful. But why bring it into that? Why bring up competitions between the fan groups? Why do that? Why? Why would you bring in a beef between two sets of supporters? Why not get together as a collective and talk it out and talk about the problems at Man United rather than having competition and saying my opinion is better than yours and your ego is bigger than mine and stuff like that. And that's what you're doing at the end of the day, guys. That's what I say about that. Uchichi, please Ten Hag has to stop playing Garnacho out of position and make sure we sign in January because we need a natural left back and perfect number 9. He can even bring from the academy to no problems. Absolutely, Murray and Harry Amas are coming from the academy. I would have liked to see them in the squad this season. They haven't been in the squad for whatever reason it is. I would have liked to see them in the squad at the end of the day, and hopefully they will be in the squad very soon, guys. Hopefully, because we do have a couple of good young left backs in the squad in the youth team. Very good left backs, guys. We have a very good youth team. Let's not forget this, right? I urge you not to forget the facts that we have a very good youth team there. You know, a very good youth team, and it's going to come to the fore very soon. I've been supporting United 20 years. I've seen Arsenal toe-to-toe with City challenge the league. It's hurting me. I hate the club. And Liverpool also City. Me too, mate. It hurts me too, Chow. I'm in the same boat as you. It hurts all of us. At the end of the day, when we lost at the weekend and I had Liverpool fans and I had even Man United fans, it hurt me the most. I had Man United fans coming on my stream, trying to rub salt in the wound when they're supposed to be hurting like us. At the end of the day, they're supposed to be hurting like us. If Ten Hag leaves, yeah. 3 years, so how many seasons is that? We've been 2 years and 2 games, Deepfake. 2 years and 2 games. And let's not forget, when Ten Hag took charge of the club, he took charge of an absolute mess. Absolute mess, guys. You have to look at it objectively. You have to look at it from a point of facts. You know, we were in a mess. We were. And things are fixing now. Things are fixing now, guys. Absolutely. Yeah, no, but Deepfake, you know what? I hope and pray things change. And whether that's with Ten Hag, whether that's with another manager, all I want is success on the pitch for Manchester United. Oh, that's all I want. Hayden, I think Rashford is currently playing average, not bad, not good, but he's only one creating against Liverpool. The only thing, it's not good enough, Hayden, in my opinion. He's done okay, you know, but it's just not good enough for an attacking left winger. We come from the generation of Ryan Giggs. We come from the generation, that type of generation. Do you know what I mean? Cristiano Ronaldo, we come from that generation. So obviously we got high expectations. It's like what I said about Mason Mount when I said the number 7 shirt. The number 7 shirt is such an iconic shirt. You've got Eric Cantona, David Beckham, you know, George Best, you know, Steve Coppell. You know, you got players there who wore that number 7. Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, and I want our left winger to succeed. I want him to succeed, and I want him to produce. You know, at the moment, I saw an episode on the game on the weekend where he was running, and he just needed to take on the fullback, but he turned around and passed it back. What's going on with Rashford? Is he doing it by purpose sometimes? Sometimes it comes across that. Season 3, yeah. Sorry, let me just get these. Marking it. No. Yeah, you guys having your little ting in my chat. In the Caribbean, it's banter and laughter. Big up the Caribbean crew. Big up the Caribbean crew. Offense taken now. F off. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. You guys. Oh, Deepfake. Oh, okay, Deepfake. Listen, you guys, look. At the end of the day, you know what's going to happen, right? And when we are successful, right? We're going to be on this stream. We're going to be laughing. We're going to be joking. We're going to be celebrating, right? And it's going to be lovely, isn't it? It's going to be beautiful when we're lifting that title. It's going to be beautiful, and we're going to have it deserved as well. We need Manchester City to get relegated where they should be. They need to be down. They need to be put down. They need to be relegated, guys. They need to be down, put down a few divisions. That's what they need. They're so cocky on my timeline, these Manchester City fans. As soon as you write something about Man City, you see the Man City fans coming out of the woodwork. At the end of the day, I've never seen so many Man City fans. There's more Man City fans on my Twitter page than there is at the Etihad on a match day. And that's a fact at the end of the day. Lots of these are glory hunters. They've been fans since 2008. Fair enough. At the end of the day, they are glory hunters. That's what they are. At the end of the day, but I do see a lot of them coming on my page. Maybe if they spent more time going to the Etihad, they might fill up their stadium. The Real Madrid, the Barcelonas, the even Liverpools and the Man Uniteds of this world know who Manchester City are. They're a fake club. Ten Hag is not the problem, is Man United problem. Man United problem is multi-layered, Randy, absolutely. Man United problems go further than just the manager. But unfortunately, we have a section of the fan base who just want to blame the manager. And we're not going to get success like that. We're not. Because problems are deeper than we think. They are deep problems which we're trying to fix at the moment. And we're trying to fix these problems. And hopefully we're on the road to fixing those problems. The big problem is that rush to win back the top immediately after 10 years of rubbish and bad minutes, bad size, depth, not OPL, expected to fix in 18 months. Absolutely, Mark, absolutely. And this is the problem at Man United and some of the Man United fan base is that, you know, they expect miracles. And I think some of them suffer from dementia. I don't know what it is, but they're forgetting what happened after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the manager. They're forgetting where we were at the end of the day. But we do have expectations, and hopefully, I don't think it'd be too long before we are challenging. I don't think it'll be too long, guys. I think we will be there soon, and I think the beast will awaken. I said it at the beginning of the season. I think we will have a good season. I have not flip-flopped. I'm not going to change my opinion. I still think we'll have a good season come May. I think we'll be there at the end of the day. I do. Hayden, we just need a run of wins. I pray Rasmus ready. Yeah, Rasmus is so... I hope people are realising how important Rasmus is to our football team now. I hope people are realising just how important a Rasmus is to the football club, because we need him. He was good last season. He was so underrated last season, you know. To be honest, I can't back Ten Hag when he has got massive chips on his shoulder. His post-match conferences are a problem. We can all see our bad tactics, and all Ten Hag just say, but trophies. The one thing I would say, guys, in regards to his press conferences, I somewhat agree with Johnny there. Big up, Johnny. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way. Is that when you're in a press conference, keep it simple, keep it factual, and don't fall out with journalists, because those journalists are just going to be on your case after that. They're just going to carry on bashing you and bashing you. Of course, it's happened in Man United history for a long time. But in particular with Erik Ten Hag, if you're going to say something, say, look, we haven't played well. We want to do better. It's not the result we wanted. I've got to improve. My players have got to improve. We aim to do that, and we aim to get Man United back to the place where we belong. Say something like that. Don't bring in Harry Potter. Don't bring in anything like that. It's just going to confuse people, and it's going to leave the door open for banter. Don't do that. And that is just my opinion. Accept it. Own it. It's not good enough. We know, and it's going to take time. Tell the media it's going to take time. It's going to tell the media we need time. It's going to take time. You know, we need time. We've just got a new structure in. We've got a new manager. We've got a new ownership. We're just building. But don't rest assured, we will be where we're supposed to be. Say something like that. Johnny, he even sat there and said that 8th place finish doesn't matter because trophies. No, that's wrong. He shouldn't say that. 8th place does matter. But at the same time, the media need to understand the mitigating circumstances of what happened. I don't agree with that comment from Erik Ten Hag. 8th place does matter. But at the same time, I don't agree with the media not looking at the circumstances that he was dealt last season. With the injuries, the 60 injuries, the off-field issues, of course he had. We all know what they were at the end of the day. So I agree both. You know, at the end of the day, the media do need to understand what happened last season. But also Ten Hag cannot say that 8th is good enough. It's not. We want higher than that, of course, guys. Well, the manager backs the players over every presser. If the manager doesn't back the manager, they are the problem. Let's be honest, I've not seen a Premier League manager for no club back his team like Ten Hag. Ten Hag is a legend when it comes to backing his players. Absolutely, he's a legend. But do you know what, Mark, my bro? It's a double-edged sword at the end of the day, because when he did criticise a player, everyone jumped on him. It's the end of the world. You can't say that to Sancho. You can't do that. But when he backs his players, oh, why is he backing them players? Why is he lying? Why is this? You can't win at the end of the day. Can't win. He may finish 8th place batting, but your manager has been singled out by the English media for attacked for 2 seasons. He's been attacked continuously for 2 seasons now. Haven't understood the mitigating circumstances that he was dealt. He's been working with two hands, 2 legs. You know, 1 leg and 2 hands behind his back, I should say. 1 leg and 2 hands behind his back. We have to keep it. The only thing I would hate about Ten Hag is preference. Yeah, but and one thing I would say as well, Randy, he's not grasped the English language quite. Yeah, let's remember that when he came to Man United, his English was very bad, and I don't think he quite gets the humour quite. So that needs to be remembered as well. I would love some of these journalists to go into a Dutch press conference and start speaking Dutch after 1 year. Let's see what happens. They speak like Steve McLaren. Do you remember Arsenal? Do you remember Arsenal? They speak like Stish. That is Dutch in English. We knew we weren't going to win the title this year. The manager also came out and said we are not ready. They asked for the manager to be honest, but when he's real, they dismiss the players. He can't win, as I said, Hayden, he can't win. He can't win. They're just like trying to set him up to foul. Look at this story about Tuchel. You don't think that this Tuchel story wasn't in their drafts for months and months and months. They were ready for this Tuchel story. They blew the dust off this story and they released this story. They blew the dust off it. You know, they know that. You know, they know what they're doing, these media. Ten Hag is too protective of his players. It's a balance, Randy. It's a balance. At the end of the day, you say it as it is. When he did say it as it is, you know, he got crucified, didn't he? He got crucified and it became a big story, didn't it? If that doesn't put you off, I don't know what will put you off about criticising your players. He said one thing about Sancho, which wasn't that bad. Let's be real. It wasn't that bad. And it's like the whole world, like he dissed his mum. I don't know what it was. It was like the whole world fell off. You know, it was madness. Johnny, I can understand circumstances. Of course, same with the Ineos. That's why I think they will give him until December to fix the problem. Especially in the midfield, Mainu seems to be doing everyone's role. Absolutely, I do. I believe that Mainu is being burned out. I do think we need rotation in there. I do believe that. I believe it'd be great to give Mainu a rest soon. You know, it would be nice because he has played the Euros as well. Let's not forget. And let's not forget, before Graham Souness and all those dinosaurs want to start taking swipes at our young players, who was England's best player in the European Championships? Mainu was the best player in the European Championships for England. It was Kobe Mainu. You tell me otherwise. Him and Cole Palmer were the best players. They were the best players, and no one could tell me otherwise. You know, at the end of the day, we need rest for Mainu. He does need a rest. You know, and I feel like even we can still play Casemiro and Ugarte. We can play Mainu and Ugarte. It's a great thing about having Ugarte coming in. And let's not forget, Ugarte's not there yet. You know, let's remember, we've got some players to get fit. We've got players to come back as well from injury. So there's a lot of things going on at the end of the day. These players have mental trauma, but protects them. He's a good dad. Yeah. You know what? The problem at Man United, we have a history of losing right now. A lot of these players have a lot of bad experiences. But that can change. We can win a cup, we can win a title, and that trigger will happen, and then we'll go on a winning run. That happens sometimes in football, you know, that happens, and all it takes is that trigger. It just takes that trigger for us to win a game, and then bang, we're back on it, we're winning again. And I believe we will get that there. I know we will get there. Mark believes that we'll get there. I believe we will get there. I believe that, and I feel it as well. No, I'm disappointed when we lose games. Of course I am. I'm annoyed. I get knee-jerk reactions. I get angry. But when the dust gets settled and the next day comes in, then you start thinking. Do you know what I mean? You start thinking, okay, let's think about this, right? At the end of the day, look, we played Brighton. We were unlucky to lose that game. We beat Fulham. We played Brighton. We were unlucky to lose that game. On another day, we could have drew or won. That is okay. But at the end of the day, this is at the beginning of the season. We played Liverpool. De Ligt was making his debut, first team debut, starting. Xerxes was making his debut, first team debut starting, right? Then you expect them to beat Liverpool and play them off the park. Klopp left Slot a squad of players. Klopp left Slot a squad of players, which is why he's only signed Chiesa. He left in the team ready. All we needed to do was press play. That's all we needed to do. Ten Hag has to build his team over the years. How long did Klopp have to build that team? You know, at the end of the day, look, life is multi-layered. Life is more than just tunnel vision and what you think. At the end of the day, I hope he succeeds, Erik ten Hag. I back him. I do. I hope he does succeed. Do any of you guys think the United job is easy? You try to work in with a squad which doesn't want to work hard with senior players leading the charge, weak structure and your media against you. It's hard, mate, Hayden. It's hard. At the end of the day, they're calling it the impossible job. It used to be the England job was the impossible job. I actually think that the Manchester United job is becoming an impossible job. I actually feel like that. You know, but I do believe that Ten Hag will press play. He will press play and we will be there in the end. We will get to the promised land where we deserve to be, guys. I believe that. I believe Ineos are trying to build the city foundations of success currently. So if, let's say, Ten Hag is sacked, the next manager will fit like a glove. No more of this defensive-minded managers. Johnny, we'll have to wait and see, my friend. Absolutely. Thank you for your comment. You're absolutely right. At the end of the day, Ineos will make the decision. They've got big decisions to make at the end of the day, but Ten Hag will remain as manager. He won't be sacked yet. If we go into Christmas and we're 10th and we're 15th, and then you can start saying, he needs to go. He needs to go at the end of the day. But right now, it's third game of the season. We still got time. It's 2 years and 2 games into the season. 2 years and 2 games. So let's see. Let's hope. And we hope that my advice to everyone would be, instead of getting on the manager's back, let's back him and let's see what happens. Because we know what happens if you lose games. We know what's going to happen. He doesn't need us to tell him. He doesn't need us on his back. It's the best thing to do, guys, is to back him until it's too late. And we hope that he succeeds. But unfortunately, we have a section of the fan base who hope he fails, which is wrong, you know. This is what annoys me about some of the fan base. Back in the manager and the players, they are representing us all if we fail. Absolutely. If we fail, we fail. But at the end of the day, you can only win if you fail. You have to, at the end of the day, you can only win if you fail. At the end of the day, I'm not delusional. I have been watching football a long time. I consume a lot of football in my life. Right, I'm not just going to speak of this. I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I was talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in his third year. I said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not good enough. I stand by that. He wasn't good enough. He wasn't. There's many reasons why. Right, and I stand by that. No, I haven't changed my opinion. My opinion on Erik ten Hag is different. And the reason my opinion on Erik ten Hag is different, because I do see something. I feel something. I see something. It's completely different. Johnny, I'm just worried about the goals. I don't know where they're going to come from. I trust Ahmad most out of any of our forwards, and trust that he seems like an issue to me. Johnny, mine as well. Look, we got Rasmus to come back, so let's not forget we got Rasmus to come back. We got some players to come back. Obviously, Xerxes just arrived. We need to wait till he gets fit. He looks a bit overweight for me. We have to wait till he gets fit as well. So let's see what happens when our strikers do come back. But I agree, Johnny, we do need to score goals. We need to score goals. We're scoring like one a month at the moment, and it's not good enough, guys. We need to score more goals. Absolutely, and hopefully that will come. The goals will come, hopefully. I would give Wheatley a chance as well. If Rasmus is not fit, give Wheatley a chance. See what he could do. Give him a chance in the game. 20 minutes here, 15 minutes here. See what he can do. Erik ten Hag has had the free rein to bring in the players he wanted and spent 200 million per season. He made his own problems with the poor recruitment. Coaching would be easier if he brought in the better players. This season, we'll have to wait and see, Almac. We'll have to wait and see if those players that he's brought in this season are going to fail. At the end of the day, these players have just arrived. It's a good transfer window. Let's see what happens in this transfer window, guys. Let's see what goes on. Absolutely. I would love for us to spy out Kovar from Kvaratskhelia from Napoli. Of course, so would I. You know, so would I. He's going to be 100 million, though, of course. You know, brilliant player. He's an absolutely balling player. I like Nico Williams as well. You know, there's people in the chat who are big advocates for him. I mean, there's great players out there, but money is too tight to mention, as Simply Red once said, of course. Matt, that is being addressed. Absolutely. It is being addressed. And look, guys, it's going to take time. One thing I would say, look, whether we fall flat on our face or we succeed, the biggest thing we can do right now is not put too much pressure on this manager. You know, people on social media, they don't understand that Ten Hag has family. People look at Twitter, they look at X, they look at all these social media sites, and they see the abuse. They see some people calling him a peanut head. They see people calling him a bald fraud. They see all these things, right? These disrespectful, narrow-minded, low IQ things that people say against the manager, right? They see that. Don't think Ten Hag doesn't resonate to Ten Hag. How do you think he feels? How are we going to get success like that? Tell me, how are we going to get success like that? If someone was constantly talking about your appearance, talking about the way you look, you know, just because they don't like you as a manager. Back the manager, back the process, guys. And that's what I would say about that. Johnny. I'm surprised Arsenal didn't go for him, though. They signed Sterling on a free and said, look, good luck to Sterling, by the way. They can have him. Oh, my wish list is Superman, Edison, Superman. Absolutely, I was a big fan of the Zubermendi. Zubidubidu, where are you, by the way? I was a big fan of Zubermendi. I felt like he would have been great to bring in a club. But do you know what? Funniest thing is, we have more than one window. There's more windows to come. There's a January window. There's a summer window, guys, as well. We got that as well to come, of course. So, guys, I've gone over the hour. Thank you so much for joining me, you absolute legends. Love you to bits. Thank you so much for your comments. Look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of things to come, right? There's lots of development. There's lots of things Ineos are going to do. There's lots of things that we have in the pipeline. My advice would be to people, you don't have to take it. Support the manager for now. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. At the end of the day, if we don't get results on the pitch, we know what's going to happen, as I said. Support the manager for now. I know it hurts against Liverpool. It hurt me. You know what I mean? I was fuming. No, I know it hurts. We've had a bad couple of weeks. But you know what? You can't appreciate the sun without a little rain. We've got rain. We've had a lot of rain over the 10 years. But the sunshine is coming, guys. We're getting there. The light at the end of the tunnel, guys. Remember that. The light at the end of the tunnel. Big up everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. Glory, glory, Man United. Big up. Much love to you all. Take it easy. And don't work too hard, whoever's working right now. Enjoy your day. I'll see you later for Chatterbox, 2 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Central European time, 5 p.m. Middle Eastern time. I'm getting good at this. With all the timing things and stuff like that. Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much. See you later. Don't forget to join me for Chatterbox. Please don't forget to join me for Chatterbox. It's so important. Got lots to say. Take it easy, guys. Peace.